Howdy y'all and welcome back. I have recently had a request for a video dedicated to what do you need to get into cowboy action shooting. This is not an entirely straightforward topic, like I can't just exactly tell you what you need, but there are some basics that you will need to get started. So the obvious ones right off the bat, you will need some type of revolvers, single action only, Ruger Vaquero, Uberti, single action army clone. The other option would be a Schofield type. There also, people will get into cap and ball. That becomes kind of its own category in the competitions. But generally, most of us are going to be doing single action army clone or maybe the Schofield. Next, you will need a lever action rifle of some sort. This is a Rossi 92, about the most budget-friendly way to get into it. Although the prices of these have gone up kind of wow lately, because I don't think the quality has changed, but the prices have. The most popular would be a 73 clone, a Winchester 73 clone, because you can put a short stroke kit in those, and you're cranking about like that to get your shells to extract. And those, when you see videos of guys that are just like that, that's a Winchester 73 with a short stroke kit installed. The other big one, it would be a Yellow Boy, a 66 clone. There are some others, like a 60, like an Old Henry, the kind that has no wood forend. You'll see people shooting those. Most everybody is running the 73, especially if you want to be competitive. That's kind of the one you want to get. Fun fact, depending on the club you shoot with, a lot of y'all have Henry lever action rifles. A lot of clubs will not allow those because they are not actually a replica of anything that existed. So it depends on the club. If they're real hungry for new blood, they'll probably go ahead and let you use it, but they will strongly encourage you to get something that is closer to period correct. All right, and then you will need a shotgun. So a Winchester 97 or obviously clone are acceptable, or some sort of coach gun. Side by side, it can be internal hammers like this one, or it can be the old rabbit ear style, up to you. But you will need either or, one or the other of those. Then you will need some gun leather. Now this, you need at least holsters. Good, like some kind of decent quality leather holster. You could get away with wearing it on a regular civilian belt for some period of time. Again, eventually they're going to want you to step up and get something that's a proper gun belt. And in addition to that, you will need some sort of shell holder for your shotgun shells. So the rifle will start out loaded. Your 6 guns will start out loaded with 5 in each gun. Shotguns start out unloaded. And so you will load them on the clock, and you need some people will try bandoliers, like some kind of across the shoulder bandolier kind of setup. Those usually don't end up working out all that well. And most folks will switch to either a dedicated shot shell belt, like on top of their gun belt, or I always used this guy, and it just kind of snaps on over the buckle of my gun belt. So it's like right there in front. But you need some method of holding those. Again, you could, depending on your club, I have seen people pull shells out of their pocket in a match because they didn't have a shell holder yet. That's not, don't be that guy. Don't show up doing that. But it depending on the club, depending on how much, their level of desire for having new members and how friendly they are, that will kind of dictate how much leeway they give you, especially starting out. A good club, if you show up and you've got the 2 6 guns, a lever action, and a shotgun, people will throw gear at you to help you get started. Like, here, borrow my thing. Oh, wait, I have an extra one of these. Like, they will be generally really, really friendly and warm and welcoming because they want more members. But not necessarily. And some clubs are very, very, very like by the book. Everything is like right out of the, to the letter of the law, so to speak. Other clubs are a little more loosey-goosey, and they're like, oh, well, we'll look the other way. Like generally 22 is a no-go. But if you show up and they're hungry for new members and all you've got is a pair of 22s, they might let that work. It just depends. So best idea is to find the club nearest to you and go visit a match. Just drop in, show up early, and like preferably before the safety briefing, be there kind of for the whole morning, chit chat a little bit with people, let them know you're interested in getting started, pick their brain a little bit, get an idea of how welcoming and friendly they seem. That's going to tell you a lot. And then just watch what they're doing and make sure that it's something that you want to do. Just like any competitive shooting on a clock, meaning there's a buzzer, and then you go, and a whole bunch of eyeballs staring at you is very, very, very different than going to the range with some friends or by yourself or whatever. It's not for everybody. And especially in cowboy action shooting, I feel like more than other competitive shooting disciplines, they are gonna mess with you. Like once they feel like they know you even a little bit, then they're going to start messing with you. They're going to razz you. They're going to give you a hard time. It's what everybody does. It means they like you. If they don't mess with you, it means they don't like you and they're not talking to you. But it's one of those deals where everybody likes to bag on each other and make fun of each other and call each other slow. And so you got to have a little bit of a thick skin. The other thing that you will want, probably before you show up for your first match, is going to be a cart of some kind. It can be, I've seen people use baby strollers, like golf caddy little carriers, and then eventually most people build their own. I think there are even, like, you can go online and there are like blueprint drawings that you can download and cut out your own and whatever. But you need some kind of a gun cart to drag around your long guns, your extra ammo, toolkit, gun oil, rags, water, lunch, whatever. So you kind of want to be self-contained and be able to drag all of that around, because you'll usually have between 4 and maybe 7 stages, and it's a fair amount of distance across those stages. So you don't want to have to be running like back to your car. The parking lot may be half a mile from where you shoot, who knows. So you need some kind of a cart. So the other thing you will need for sure is a hat and boots. The rest of your attire, they probably won't be super, super sticklers about it. You're supposed to dress period correct. That can also include, they have a B Western category. So if you want to kind of look 1940s, 1950s cowboy, you can go for that kind of a look as well. But the hat is almost 100% across the board. Like, they will insist on a cowboy hat. And boots. Again, the boots, they will tend to be a little bit gracious on, because some people have feet problems. They may need like a lace-up, like a work boot or something due to neuropathy or something like that. And they would rather you be comfortable and safe than be period correct. But the hat, there's no leeway on that one. It's got to be a cowboy hat. So that pretty much wraps it up, I think. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. I can do a follow-up video. Until next time, be easy, y'all.